Imagine a specter moving through the shadowed alleys of Victorian London, a sinister and cunning figure known only by his terrifying moniker, the Lambeth Poisoner. His true identity, however, was far more mundane, yet infinitely more chilling. This is the story of Thomas Neil Cream, a man whose dark deeds left an indelible stain on the annals of true crime history. His reign of terror unfolded in the heart of Victorian England, a period of both stark elegance and brutal desperation. This is a shocking, true story, a tale of calculated evil and a relentless pursuit of unsuspecting victims. Cream was a predator, preying on the vulnerable in the very core of London's bustling metropolis. His victims walked among the crowds, never knowing the horror that awaited them. Their trust was betrayed, their lives extinguished with cold, deliberate precision. The year is 1890. London, the greatest city in the world, hums with life, a vibrant tapestry of bustling streets and hidden secrets. Beneath the grandeur lay a pervasive sense of unease, a shadow cast by rapid societal change. The Industrial Revolution had brought unparalleled progress, yet it also spawned widespread poverty and desperate conditions. This stark contrast created a volatile atmosphere, a breeding ground for crime. In this sprawling, intricate web of human existence, a predator could easily blend in, exploiting the city's underbelly. The anonymity of the crowds offered a perfect cloak for his dark intentions. It was an era where medical knowledge was advancing, yet forensic science was still in its infancy. This created a perilous environment for the unsuspecting. Thomas Cream was no uneducated ruffian. He was a Canadian-born doctor, a man who had sworn an oath to heal, yet chose instead to destroy. He was a master of deception, presenting a charming facade that concealed a heart of pure ice. His outward appearance belied the monstrous evil lurking beneath. His weapon of choice was poison, specifically strychnine, a substance as insidious as it was effective. It was readily available and devastatingly potent. Strychnine delivers a swift and agonizing death, a gruesome finale to Cream's cruel machinations. The suffering it inflicted was immense and inescapable. Cream specifically targeted vulnerable women, often sex workers, whom he perceived as easy prey. Their societal standing made their disappearances or sudden deaths less likely to raise immediate alarm. His method was chillingly consistent. He would lure his victims with false promises of help or companionship. He offered them false hope, only to deliver an unspeakable terror. Once he had gained their trust or at least their compliance, he would administer a fatal dose of poison. The act was swift, silent, and utterly devoid of remorse. He operated under the cloak of night, his crimes blending into the myriad tragedies of a sprawling city. The city lights dimmed as he carried out his heinous acts. Cream's crimes were meticulously planned, each step calculated to ensure his escape. His methods were chillingly efficient, leaving little room for error. He would meet his victims, offer them a drink, and discreetly administer the poison. The unsuspecting women would then succumb, their lives ending in terror. Initially, many of these deaths were attributed to natural causes, or even to suicide. Medical examiners often struggled to identify the true culprit behind such agonizing symptoms. But as the bodies of young women piled up, a growing suspicion began to permeate the city. A pattern, however faint, started to emerge. The medical community, and eventually the police, began to question the alarming frequency of these sudden, inexplicable deaths. A sinister hand was at work. London became gripped by a slow, burning panic, a fear of an unseen killer stalking its streets. Whispers turned to urgent warnings, a city on edge. Investigators grappled with the invisible nature of the killer's weapon, struggling to connect the dots. The poisoner was a ghost in the machine. But what he did next shocked the entire city and set in motion the events that would ultimately lead to his downfall. His arrogance would become his undoing. Thomas Cream's rampant arrogance and hubris ultimately sealed his fate. He believed himself untouchable, above the law, and smarter than any detective. His fatal mistake was an audacious attempt to frame an innocent man for one of his own horrific murders. This act of brazen misdirection backfired spectacularly. The attempt to deflect blame directly led to his capture. Investigators, already suspicious, found the evidence he planted to be clumsily executed and suspicious. The trial of Thomas Neal Cream became a public sensation, dominating newspaper headlines. The courtroom was packed daily, captivated by the unfolding horror. The public reacted with profound horror at the chilling details and cold calculation of his crimes. The sheer depravity of his actions sent shivers down spines. Overwhelming evidence, including multiple witness testimonies and chemical analyses, painted a damning picture. The truth of his evil was undeniable. After a swift and decisive deliberation, the jury delivered a guilty verdict. Justice, though slow, had finally caught up to the Lambeth poisoner. His sentence was the ultimate price: death. London breathed a collective sigh of relief, though the memory of his terror would linger for years. On November 15, 1892, Thomas Neal Cream met his end. He faced the gallows, the traditional method of execution in Victorian England. As the hangman prepared to drop the lever, Cream reportedly uttered chilling final words, words that sent a jolt through those present. "I am Jack." Whether he was attempting to implicate himself in the Jack the Ripper murders, or merely reveling in his infamy, remains a subject of morbid debate. His final moments were shrouded in mystery. The chilling pronouncement echoed the name of another infamous, elusive killer, adding another layer of darkness to his legacy. It was a final, desperate act of manipulation. The story of the Lambeth poisoner still sends shivers down the spine, a century and a half later. His name remains synonymous with terror and deception. His tale serves as a stark reminder of the human capacity for darkness and the fragile line between perceived respectability and true depravity. It is a cautionary tale for all time. Cream's methodical poisonings forever changed the landscape of criminal investigation. His reign of terror pushed authorities to develop new forensic techniques. His story endures, a testament to the enduring fascination with the darkest corners of human nature. The legacy of Thomas Neal Cream continues to haunt. If the chilling true stories of history's most notorious figures intrigue you, then you found your community. We delve into the depths of human darkness and historical mysteries. Subscribe to The Curious Detective for more gripping true crime narratives and historical explorations. Don't miss another terrifying tale from the past. Turn on notifications to ensure you never miss our deep dives into the lives of serial killers, unsolved mysteries, and pivotal historical events. Join us for more chilling tales.